These stones were erected by men 7,000 years ago. Their purpose isn't known, even today. This is Armenia, the country of rocks and mountains. People here have always lived close to the sky and heavens. This is Mount Ararat, biblical cradle to the new life after the flood, and the refuge of the forefather Noah and his ark. Ararat always was more than just a mountain. The French traveler of the 13th century, Rubruck, testified that people do not climb Ararat due to the insurmountable passage up, but rather out of fear of troubling its holiness. This is Armenia, with its history, the pages of which are about spiritual values too. Christianity penetrated into Armenia in the 2nd and 3rd centuries, though at the outset the new religion had not been accepted. By the order of the king, Turgad II, who ruled the country at that time, soldiers threw Grigor, who spread the new religion in Armenia, into a pit, a prison full of snakes and other venomous creatures. However, the faith of Christianity was so strong that 12 years later, King Turgad set Grigor free, and Armenia became the first country to adopt Christianity as its official state religion. Churches were built which have been, for centuries, the only way for people to survive and preserve their national identity. The majority of these churches are still used, even in the 21st century. Etchmiadzin is the town of churches in Armenia, which is the all-Armenian religious and cultural center and the residence of the Armenian Catholicos. The monastery of Geghart is famous as a perfect and unique construction of the Christian period. The temple consists of several halls. The only visible one is the front hall, while others are carved in the basalt rock. the temple's notes existed up until the 10th century. Nowadays, it faces the revival of ancient traditions of the Armenian theater. Performances are given in the open air, as if intrinsically transferring both the audience and the actors to the times of ancient Armenia. The history of Armenia is very ancient. The Temple Garni has been preserved since pagan times, and it meets construction standards even of the 21st century. Built in the 1st century BC, the temple was destroyed in an earthquake. It was later reconstructed in the 1970s. Armenian history has been written and preserved in stone too. The country is rich in historical monuments that frequently appear in the most interesting and unexpected architectural situations, advanced and genius. The history of the capital of Armenia, Yerevan, stands on this hill, where in 782 BC the king of the Urartu kingdom, Argishti I, established the town and fortress of Erebuni. Argishti left this cuneiform message, which states that the land was deserted and he undertook new deeds here. The town became an important regional center, and archaeological findings include beautiful cultural pieces, as well as artifacts from Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Asia Minor. This land is old as much as new. Yerevan, which has been destroyed and rebuilt numerous times, is now the city where old and new, tales and reality, are fused. Beside the buildings of old Yerevan, modern architecture is erected. This is a city that is continuously changing and rebuilding itself, while maintaining its values and history. Coming to Armenia, one will find himself in the cradle of history, both in the ancient times and in the contemporary world.